So now that we know how to weigh out and track a single item on MyFitnessPal, what I'm going to show you is how we go about saving an entire meal. If you're anything like me, I have a choice of 4, maybe 5 meals that I kind of go to every single week. So it's really useful to know how to do this. If we have the same lunch, for example, every single day or most days of the week, then this is going to come in real handy for you. So this is going to seem like a really weird meal to have because obviously I'm not in a kitchen, but I'm going to do the best that I possibly can. We're going to open up the diary section of the app. So at the bottom left-hand side, we can see the icon for diary. I'm just going to click on there and I'm going to scroll to lunch and I'm going to click on add food. Again, kind of similar to the last section, we have a bar at the top where we can search for the food, or we have the option to scan a barcode. And for this, I'm going to do a mixture of both. So using the barcode scanner, I'm going to scan a bag of lentils that I have. This bag is 250 grams, and the portion size that it is automatically giving me is half of this bag. So depending on how much of the bag you're having, whether that's half a bag or the full bag, we're going to need to change that serving. But for the time being, I'm just going to keep it as is. So we tick at the top right-hand side to add that to lunch. We then go to add food again and we click on it. And for this, I'm going to use the search bar so that you can see how that function works. So searching for a food, we want to use as many details as we possibly can from the packaging. So I'm going to search in for passata from Asda, P-A-S-S-A-T-A, A-S-D-A, and I'm going to hit the bottom right-hand side to search for that food. You can see that there's a couple of different options here. The best thing that I can advise you to do is look at the nutritional information on the packet and relate that back to what you're finding on the app and pick the most appropriate choice for that food. So for here, it's saying that per 100 grams, it's 27 calories. I just clicked on the wrong one. If I change this to 100 grams, 27 calories. This is pretty detailed for the package that I have sitting beside me here. So 100 grams of this passata sauce is 28 calories, and relating it to the nutritional information on the packet, 27 calories, pretty much bang on there. So I'm going to choose this option and click the tick at the top right-hand side. And that saves to lunch. The last thing I'm going to do again is use the barcode scanner and scan that 100 grams of rice that we had earlier on. No match. So what I can do here actually is search for the food. Again, using as much detail as I possibly can as the basmati brown rice. And again, correlating the information that's on the app to the information that's on the back of the packet is your way forward. So here it's saying typical values per 100 grams, 165 calories. I look for 100 grams, 165 calories. You can see that this third option is probably the most detailed in relation to the packet that I have in front of me. Again, tick at the top right-hand side, and that logs everything into my lunch. And you can see that on the app, it starts taking away the calories from the food that I've logged out of my daily allowance for the day. So as I mentioned before, I'm the kind of person who would have the same meal for lunch multiple times throughout the week. So what I'm going to do, now that we have all that food logged on MyFitnessPal, I'm going to show you how to save that meal. If you look at lunch, where we have the chickpeas, passata and brown rice logged already, there are 3 dots at the bottom right-hand side. What I can do is I can click on that and it opens up a menu that allows me to save the meal, copy the meal, quick add or reminder. So I'm going to go for save meal. Click on that. and I can just name it. I'm going to call this lunch 1 because it needs to have a name. Doesn't matter. Underneath, you can see the total calories, carbs, fats, and proteins, and that is for all of the food that has been logged already in that meal. And at the top right-hand side, we have the option to save it. So we just click on Save. Now, let's say tomorrow I'm going to have the exact same lunch. If I just look at the top here where it says today, there's an arrow on either side. I just click on the right-hand side arrow that will bring me to tomorrow. I can go to my lunch, and where it says add food, I just click there. Underneath the bar where we search for food, you can see where it says my meals. If we click in there, we can find lunch 1, and that is the meal that we logged already and tracked everything with all those calories counted, the proteins, carbs, and fats. Everything is already pre-done. So we just click on the add button, go back to our diary, and you can see that tomorrow's lunch is already taken care of very, very quickly.